This army stands outside the walls, I mean, at approximately 12,000.
Jesus.
I've put
that's a lot of
the
demons.
count all the way at the bottom of the horde. It's difficult to count them as they clamber over each other, and honestly, it looks like they're forming nests in some areas. They kind of gather together and clump on top of each other, and they make these mounds. And they're not like, forming together into a singular mound. They're like just mounding up. And, some scuttle across the top. It's almost like the movement of insects. But it's not organized like ants following a pheromone trail. This is like a bed of cockroaches that has been found.
Like scattering? No way?
Yeah. Some parts are scattering. Some are pressed against the walls to the point where the Nehilari behind them are actually killing some of the rest of them because they're trampling them, pushing their heads against stone. It's chaos down there. All order is completely gone. This is just a ravenous gang of flesh.
Okay.
I would also like to remind the party that this is still the same day that Leviticus was scried on.
Oh shit, yeah it was. I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
There has been no long rest.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have been magically healed. So remember all of the things that have happened, right? Like, there are certain powers to the Orbuculum that you do not have access to right now.
Okay.
My greatest advice to the party, not just the holder, read that item close. It is exceptionally powerful. The things you can do with it when you look to combine certain powers is nuts, but you usually only get one go when you go to use it at its power like that.
Okay.
So read that item carefully. It is not a trivial thing. So you guys are on the wall with many of the other paladins kind of all around you, still in defensive positions. They're talking with each other, but they're not, leaving their posts. You guys might have a spot where you linger in the back or maybe on a corner, so you can see a whole lot of everything. And you're waiting for Neal to finish delegating all of the responsibilities of what makes Fort Gatton run to his lessers. This is where we will open our scene. The skies are bleak. There's no rain or anything, but they're bleak. The sun is beginning to set, I would say, so there's probably an orange on the horizon. And the areas smell, even from up here on the walls, even just sticking your nose over the wall, it smells putrid. The air is just, it smells acidic. Like 100 car batteries have just blown up in a circle all around you.
How quickly do we want to move out to Gorgon? We want to wait the night or go as soon as possible?
I mean, I would say probably it's better for us to go now. I mean, I don't think we know exactly how close he is or how far he is.
Do I know how I could try and scry with that Gorgon and try and see if I can't communicate with him to see if I can't ascertain how far away he is from us.
Probably be best So we're not just flying out across the plains. Just looking for them.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Scrying.
Okay.
On Gorgon.
Okay. So you hold up the orb, begin to peer into it, and where once it was kind of a clear-looking quartz, it begins to grow kind of cloudy, and your vision is yanked from your skull and thrown into a mist before it begins to clear. Go ahead, and I think there's a roll involved here.
It's a
Yeah.
save DC.
It's a flat roll for me. And then for him, I think it goes knowledge. So if I roll, the first roll is knowledge to see if I can't like picture him and find him out. And that's a flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then on his part, and then for connection, it'd be like depending on I have like a likeness or like possession or like body part, that kind of stuff. But I don't have any of that. So those
No. Yeah, so you don't have any of those.
Quick, somebody, draw a picture of Gorgon.
I mean, you. What do you mean? You met him.
Who is
Well, no,
Gorgon?
but I met him, so I have the first hand. I have like the flat save throw. But if I have a picture of him, it makes the next roll easier.
You were asking the wrong crowd of people to draw.
Quick, I'm gonna draw a picture of Gorgon from memory.
Wait, hold on. Think about it. Just picture me with red hair.
What are you drawing with and where? Like on?
Okay. Am I drawing with and on? Okay. I myself, because I'm a nerdy little monk, have some parchment, and I think I should have calligrapher's tools.
You did?
Yes.
Because that's how you made the
I
maps and
have
everything.
It is. So I'm gonna take out a piece of parchment. I'm gonna take out a sheet of parchment, and I'm gonna start drawing using my calligrapher's tools to draw a picture of Gorgon.
Okay. You know, it's almost like this knowledge check here needs to be the thing that you roll again to recall all of his features because he's not in front of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll the knowledge saving throw. You have met him, so it is just still a flat roll. Okay.
Yes, the roll.
What?
He has to. I think he has to like roll a contested check, right?
Oh no, this is just to remember what he looks like, so you can draw him. And you are having a very difficult time. The only dwarf you're picturing right now is Melrig.
That's because I'm standing in front of you.
Lord, you said with different hair. What color was his hair again?
It was red. It was like an orangish red.
Red hair. So did he have a red beard as too? Did his armor look like yours as well? Oh.
No.
How tall are you, Melrig?
That's a good question. I am 4'10".
Gorgon? Do you think Melrig was Gorgon was 4'10"?
That's also a good question. I don't know. I don't think we really stood side by side. I don't think.
I'm gonna doodle a really shitty stick drawing.
Yeah, that's
like...
probably about how it's gonna come out. So now I need you to roll me I would say This is probably like a dex check of some kind, right? To draw.
I think.
So why don't we do sleight of hand?
Okay.
So give me a sleight of hand check.
We need to draw portraits of everyone we meet now.
16.
Okay,
So
well
really
there's some
good
there's some obvious negatives happening here. So you draw the equivalent of a short, portly stick figure
Mm-hmm.
of Gorgon, and he's got a beard. There's no mouth, and you just kind of like rubbed on the page a little bit for like the details in the beard, and it just kind of smudged all over the place. And you're not an artist. This looks like it was made by a child.
This is gonna be like no. This reminds me of the map that one trader made back whenever we were trying to locate that cart.
So would you say it's fridge worthy or
I'd say it's like maybe on the fridge for like a week, kind of worthy.
I'll take it.
It's not really a permanent thing. I feel like you should fold it up and give it to Gorgon when we see him.
I think he would like that.
I don't know how he is with children. I don't know if he has children.
I don't know who he is, and I think he would love it.
Oh, thank you.
Probably, yeah,
Thank you very
honestly.
He has now Gorgon. I'm gonna try and scry now against Gorgon.
Okay.
He
So
has
go
to pass
ahead.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Because the modifier is that he gets a +5 because of how far.
All right. So it's just a wisdom save for him.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he rolls a natural 1.
Fuck yes.
This fits right for him, honestly. It's right for him. I went back to look at some of his stats, and I'm like, yeah, no, this fits.
Okay. Now I just need to. Okay, what do I see? Looking at Gorgon.
Okay. So, as soon as the fog parts, you see that Gorgon is having an argument.
This also fits.
This scene opens up with Gorgon standing on, not really standing, I guess. He has 1 foot up on this like small rock that's poking up out of the ground. The scene is what looks to be like a camp, and this is a pretty vast camp. There are troops and guards walking around wearing this very dwarven-looking armor, right? This is not armor you've ever seen before. This is that rock-solid steel, and mixtures of what is probably other metals. The ingenuity, even just the design of this armor looks like far beyond anything you've ever seen. And Gorgon is shouting at, well, how many are there? He's shouting at 6 dwarves that are just as large as him. And they all have weapons with them, not aggressively, but they have weapons with them. And he starts with, "The blasted fools! You'll have us march straight up there. I have it on good authority to say that there is a great danger at that fortress. And I'm not even sure if that's where we're going anymore." The other dwarves jump in and they begin to yell back. And they say, "These are the last of our people, and you have led us into a blasted forest with no food, no water. And now you tell us that where we are going, we cannot go.
I'm going to cast telepathy onto Gorgon.
Thought in Gorgon's head right now is, I wish I could save myself a lot of time by killing this guy.
Yeah!
Well, you
Beat
can
his
always,
ass like that one guy back in the Underdark.
you can always kill him when the situation is stable. Mr. Gorgon. This is Samara. We met a while ago at the fortress, your fortress.
There's a hand that gets kind of thrown up in, like, shock, I guess, from Gorgon. The other dwarves are yelling at him, and he begins to scream, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut the shut up!" And they don't, well, I don't know. They don't listen.
Silence, you
Yelling,
fools!
and your voice is being kind of drowned in his head. He has no idea what's going on. And he, and he says, "Oh, the hell with ya!" And he turns and walks away. And as he, like, marches off, he begins shouting with his own voice, "There had better be a damn good reason I'm hearing a voice in my head."
Yes. If you remember, me and my friend Melric met you at the fortress. We arrived at Fort Gatton a little bit ago, about a month ago, and I believe you're heading there right now with a group of refugees, correct?
But apparently I'm not.
We require assistance. We are being attacked by demons. I heard that you overheard that you're having a food crisis. My friend Melric and I, as well as many of the clerics, can summon food for enough of your people. Over at least one cleric of sufficient strength can summon at least 40 pounds of food. It may not be enough
Long
to
story
feed.
longer, you're telling me that I have to still go to the fortress.
It's the only place where you can have guaranteed food, yes. And, you know, the fate of the world.
Oh, they're just gonna eat this shit up, aren't they? Now I have to
Hopefully.
go back to them and tell them that I'm gonna do exactly what they want to do.
If you want, I can, shout at them in their own minds.
No, this is absolutely absurd. No. Dwarves are not used to this type of shit.
I understand.
I'll talk to them myself.
Before you go, do you know how far you are from the fort?
Oh, yeah, I'm a little over a day's march, maybe 2, depending on how many times I have to stop for the little ones or the old ones.
Understood. Do you know how many of the refugees are in fighting capacity?
Fighting capacity? Well, we're fortunate enough to have about 3,600 fighting men, but the rest of them, women, children, old uns, sick, wounded, we move slow. We're not an army.
I understand.
It could take us 4 days to make it there, depending on the problems we have.
I understand. I have been granted this that allows me to scry and communicate with you, as I'm doing now. It allows me to do so freely, without rest or want. If you know of any locations in the nearby region that could be safe to hold those who are those who are not able to fight, the women, the children, those unable to fight, we can send them to we can send them there to rest, and I can use my ability to scry to make sure that area is clear and safe, and I can communicate
Listen, I'm
with them the
sure
whole
this
time.
plan sounds nice and airtight to you, but how the hell am I already, 1, going to face these fucking crazy people and tell them that, yeah, sure, we're gonna go along with your plan, and then I also get to tell them, oh, by the way, leave your mum and your kids over there in some valley while we march all the rest of the fighting men off to die somewhere else. Oh,
Because
yeah,
there's no other.
sure.
There's no other choice.
You don't understand the stubbornness of dwarves, then, do you? Because
Then I'm
there is
afraid
no choice but
They're
that.
they're going to have to understand that we are in a situation not unprecedented since
So are they.
your people didn't have to to face what the apocalypse was like for the necrophage. Now you are in the end of time itself, right here and now. There is no safe spot that they can hide themselves away from the crisis of this world until it's over. Right now we have to make very hard choices, and right now that means risking it all to ensure that there is still a world left for their families to grow up in. That is the situation we are in. And if dwarves are too stubborn to be able to come to that realization, then you need to get with the program here. The world is ending, demons are invading our very realms, and the fabric of reality around us wants to tear it apart.
Now, hold on just a minute there, lass. You act like I don't agree with you. I do. I understand the problem, but hang on. Your issue is that if you want them to listen to this shite, then you need to come tell them yourself. They're not gonna listen to me about this bullshit.
No, I understand. It's just it's been frustrating to talk to people who not recognize the situation that we are in.
Aye, but you also need to understand that you don't recognize the situation they're in. I know everybody's dying. Not just those there.
I get you. I understand.
And trust me, if you want to get through to them, I'd keep that shit under wraps. Maintain a level head.
I will try my best.
There's a shout in the distance. He's fucking gone mad. I'm not fucking to myself.
So do you want, Mr. Gorgon, do you want me to scry into their heads to talk to them, or?
What? No! Goodness gracious! Enough with your magic! Get out of my head! And if you plan to talk to them, we'll see you soon. Go now! Away with you!
Gotcha.
You're giving me a headache!
I'll end scrying.
I know what you expected. I mean,
So how'd it go?
Oh, what great! They're on the way. Maybe a little bit of logistical issues to fix out, but you know.
Saw your eyebrows furling.
I was gonna
times.
say, we saw your face getting like really contorted, like whenever you yelled at the pirates that one time.
Yeah,
I would say you need to not do that.
But it's frustrating It's sometimes seems frustrating to argue with people who are. I understand. I understand. I need to be more diplomatic. I need to calm down.
Yes.
So they're not going to fight with us.
No, they're on their way.
Okay.
Gorgon is about. He mentioned that he was about 4 days away from here, if he had to move all of his people here. They are people that he is currently. The people who he is like consulting with want to come here. They want to come to the fort, but Gorgon recently had and by recently I mean like 2 seconds before I talked to him, had a dispute with them about leading them here. So Gorgon's going to try and find a way to negotiate with them. He suggested that we come see them in person. They will not likely take well to
they won't
talking
like you
to
using
people
a
in their
command.
minds. No.
As a
I can imagine not.
dwarf myself, no. My people, yes. I mean, they're a little more accustomed to it, but the ones that lived in the mountains, you'd be better doing it in person. They'd sooner shut their mind down and not talk to you. you also have to remember, because I have a feeling these people are very confused and not at all happy about being on the surface anyway.
No, I imagine not. And they just lost their homes too.
Think about it like this. Whatever you saw in the thousands that are there, imagine how many are dead now under that mountain. I guarantee you only a fraction of them made it out. They're homeless and they've witnessed their entire home and heritage vanish before their very eyes.
I understand. They've lost everything, and they just want to find some place to recollect themselves, to be safe. That's why they're coming here. And this place isn't safe either. I don't know if anywhere is safe.
It's not. But when we talk to them, I mean, Neil is probably going to be the more easier one. Neil and myself, me being a dwarf and Neil having worked with dwarves before, will probably be a little easier to talk to with them.
Yes, of course.
So, well, if he's only a day away, we know roughly where he would have been coming from, so I'm assuming Neil can fly fast enough in that general direction that he'll be able to spot that large of a camp.
Shouldn't be too hard to find.
No. If there's that many of them and they're all camped out, you could probably see that camp for miles. Well, does Neil seem like he's almost done, or is he still like in talking mode over there?
You guys aren't gonna do anything else. We can move ahead.
I got nothing.
Okay. So, after scrying and hanging out on the wall and talking about this, you will hear shouts similar to like military shouts, right? Where like a commanding officer has come onto the scene, and it won't be long later until all of the paladins up here begin to salute the stairs, and Neil comes walking up. And as he approaches, he says, "I was told I could find you here. It's like that was at least right."
We've been assessing the situation up here, and Samara scried to speak to Gorgon to figure out where they were and how they were doing.
I see. Using the orb, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah. Well, and what news?
The dwarves are about 1 to 4 days away from the fort. They were heading here. They were going to turn away. Now it seems they're on their way. I have warned Gorgon about the demonic threat here. They may need help finding a safe place to put their families if they intend to help relieve the fort from this demonic invasion. And they
Well, knowing dwarves, they will most likely just form a camp not far from here and send the army forward.
Most likely.
The women will protect the old and the young, and the men will go off. As long as it's not too far, it should be all right.
Yes.
If I could just speak with them, I think I might be able to negotiate something, but that... We still have a long flight in front of us for that.
Is it wise for us to leave?
Yes.
Immediately, if I have my say.
Well,
Then we should
if
go.
you got the beads on you,
Oh yes, how did you like these? He pulls them out and holds them in his fingers.
It was quite shocking. To say the
yeah,
least.
you know, wasn't a fan of the sensation it gave me while I was inside of it, but you know.
Hold your breath! And he throws the bead at you.
I hate you,
And
Gatton.
one by one, you all whoop, whoop, whoop.
I didn't like the sensation. Whoop.
Yeah.
You get sucked into the bead. He bends down, picks all three of them up, shoves them into a nice little velvet purse at his side, ties it to his belt, unfurls his wings, and launches into the air. Now, your flight is not nearly as long as Neil thinks. Most of it is spent scanning open ground. As Neil attempts to search for where exactly the dwarves are camped at. And let me roll some perception checks here for Neil. Sheet here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. And a high roll. Okay. Oh, he sees that. Ooh. Nope, he does. But he does not see that. Okay. Hang on. I need to mark this.
What do you see with your telescopic eyes?
Okay. So, there is a... You're almost kind of like sleeping, right? You're in kind of like a dream state. And at a point so sudden, you're yanked from it. And your physical bodies pop out. Here. Where suddenly there is the stench of fire in the air, as there are tons of fires that have been lit all over this area, littered with camps. Trees have been hacked down, and there is a circle of stones that several other tents sit on. And it's on a slight hill. Not a big one, it's like a slight elevation. There's a circle of stones, and there seem to be, like, command tents. I would say this is actually where you guys would land. As soon as you do, there are many dwarves around that have, like, spears and halberds, and they're heavily armored. And even shields sitting at their sides, but they're relaxed. None of them are on alert when you pop out of these beads. Neil kind of looks at Melrig with a grin, and he goes, "Enjoy your flight?"
I hate you, Gatton.
Come now, no need to be nasty. He turns to the dwarf, and he says, "Where is your lead commanding officer? Where is your general? Your commander?" And the dwarf looks to him and he says, "We have 7, my lord." And he says, "Well, take me to them." Okay? He takes you guys into one of the tents that's in the back. There's not like a tent in the middle of these stones. They're kind of like all like forming another circle. So he takes you into a tent that's in the back, and this is where you will find Melrig and 3 other dwarves standing around discussing things. They have, like, a table that's set out and a couple of daggers that are stuck into it, just in different spots. And they're talking about things over this table. And Melrig is kind of in awe when Neil walks in. And as he enters, he goes, Melrig, dwarf of many titles. It is time for us to chat.
Gorgon.
Or yeah, Gorgon. Sorry, I've been thrown off a bit. I don't have music playing, so it's just quiet now, so it's very strange for me. So, the other dwarves will excuse themselves. The room empties. Or the tent empties. And Melrig looks over to... Or not Melrig. Gorgon looks over to Samara. And says, I didn't think you'd arrive so fast. And... Oh, I should mention that it's morning. Like, it's sunrise. And Neil says, we flew through the night. It's how long it took to get here. And not to mention the search that I had to do to find you. It was only because of the smoke from all these different campfires that I found you. He says, aye. Well, I'm happy you did. He goes, well, then pack your people. We have to talk on the move. You're not the only column of smoke I saw on the horizon. And...
What do you mean?
Yeah, Gorgon looks kind of puzzled. Everybody turns to Neil, and he says, I saw another camp. North of here, several miles. But it won't be long now before they move. An entire camp of Elithrians are nearby. And if I am correct, they may be heading south.
Where to?
I
Why
don't
would they
know.
be coming south?
I don't know.
I mean, didn't we watch their capital get hit by a bunch of meteors and everything?
We did.
Gorgon chimes in, he says, then perhaps we're not the only ones that have lost a home.
I imagine everybody's looking for some shelter in this storm.
Well, I mean, the Elithrians lost. I mean, the meteors that we saw hit basically their leadership buildings with, I mean, I can only assume the leadership inside.
Looks like you're going to have a lot
Whatever.
of visitors, Saint Gatton.
Have you heard any news from the Embashard Kingdom since this whole chaos has begun?
Surprisingly, no. I haven't. He looks to Gorgon and he goes, I've never been.
Have
Oh, wait,
either
yeah,
of
he has.
you-
Yeah, yes.
He says, usually my men kill messengers from Embershard straight away.
It's
I
fair.
don't even allow them in my fort.
Ah,
Neil looks puzzled and shoots messengers. All right then.
Saint Gatton, does the fort, before the current crisis, did the fort receive regular messengers from the Embashard Kingdom, or is this lack of communication normal for the kingdom?
I received gifts every year from the king. He would send his envoys up to the fort. Granted, I never accepted them myself, but they came every year.
Have they come this year?
No.
That is to be expected. Imagine they have a lot more on their minds. everybody. Have you received any word? Has anybody received any word from the islands, from Mistcliff, from Illyrica, from Zrelishe? Are they still even intact at this point?
Malrig chimes in and he says, I think it's safe to say that messages aren't really getting around these days.
That's fair.
Unless you're willing to tap into someone's cranium
Um,
and start rooting around in places you shouldn't be. And he like wags a fat finger at you, Samara.
I was going to suggest that we could contact the Northern Refugee Group to coordinate with them as well.
Neil kind of looks down and he says, who?
Yeah, what?
Isn't there a Northern...
The Illithrians?
Yes.
That's what I thought she said.
Yes. The Illithrians. The people who are coming here from the destroyed capital.
To be fair, we don't know they're refugees. They could be a number of things.
That's true, but it still might be good to maybe not exactly, contact them, but we could still see what they're doing.
Oh, if you're gonna be peering into some gem, you're not doing it in here. I live here for the evening.
I understand.
This is my hut.
Yeah. Smile, you're gonna have to do that magic type thing outside.
Of course. I was hoping to actually get a chance to see if I can't try and read the minds of the demons. I was hoping to understand.
The what?
Oh.
The beings, the monsters that were attacking us outside the fort.
I'm just gonna walk over and like pat him on his shoulder armor and just be like, "There's a lot. There's demons now. There's a lot of things."
But it might be helpful to know if they have like a leadership or if they're like a connective neural network. I mean, a connective like a hive mind, or if they're anything. To be honest.
I mean, they kind of got a little more docile after we killed the giant thing.
Exactly. I want to know. It would be helpful to know more about them.
Well, Samara, I'm forgive me, but I'm gonna ask this question. Why didn't you do this before we left?
Because we kind of moved on in the conversation, but it doesn't really matter. I know what they look like.
Gatton kind of did just throw those things at us real quick.
Yeah, Neil did kind of just zip us
Yeah,
away like
Neil.
that. I didn't really have a second to voice my thoughts.
To say, look, I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to be giving this kind of news, but if you want to look into the camp in the north, you can freely do that. It's your choice. You can do that outside. I'm not gonna stop you. I honestly think it's a fine idea. As far as looking into the minds of Nehilari, I don't think that that's okay. I think that that's probably inviting trouble.
I think she could handle it.
I mean, she is our troublemaker, so.
Gorgon goes, I
promise. I won't speak to the demons. I just want to know. Maybe to just observe them first. See how they're moving, and if they seem to be following orders, or if they're moving as like one collective whole. And
Neil gives you a hard pat on the back, one that almost kind of throws you to the ground just from his strength. And he goes, "That's the spirit! But you can do that safely up from the wall. No need to use magic here."
Yeah, no magic, Samara.
Understandable. I'm going to go and walk a distance away from the
That's a really good
camp.
idea.
Yeah. Continue. Samara, walk north. You may see some of the something to scribe with over there.
Well, don't leave the camp. Just be careful,
I'm not-
okay? You can just
actually-
step outside the tent. It'll be fine.
I'll just step outside the tent. I'll leave you guys. I have some things to think about and read.
Gorgon's
and
head
watch.
is resting in his hands.
It's fine, Gorgon. Didn't you want more people for your kingdom?
I'm not quite sure how to answer that one.
Well, I mean, you at least
Who
have
am I
more
inviting?
dwarves.
Oh, I see. Right. Yes, the pain and suffering of all of these other people is my benefit. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous.
We're gonna get
opportunity.
something. We're gonna get something straight here. These dwarves trust me to lead them. Not all of them. I am at odds with several different clans at the moment. All right, I have a splitting headache all the time. So, if I am to be relieved of this madness, I would like to get safely behind some fat, thick walls with some food in my belly. So, that being said, and he stretches his hands out like trying to get your attention, let's focus on how to get these people to where we're going. Right? That sound good?
And,
Neil will chime in and he says, other than the smoke in the sky, there's no danger. These impact craters, there were several still along the way. But they were not forming gates, and he kind of turns to the party, like the ones we saw outside the fortress.
So it isn't happening everywhere, just specific places.
Or perhaps not yet.
Oh.
We may still have time to get these people across the fields, down into the southern part of the mountains where we can take them in. But, and he turns to Gorgon, in order to do that, we need your army. This is where we're going to cut to Samara as she's exiting the tent. Words just kind of behind you as you kind of take a couple steps away and pull out the Orbuculum and you kind of hold it in your hands. It kind of has this wispy fog that's kind of slowly furling through it. It's almost mesmerizing to just kind of sit and watch.
Lovely night tonight.
Morning.
A lovely morning tonight. Beautiful. I would like to scry on the demons first.
Oh my, okay.
I might as well save the human people as like a cleanser, you know? Like a
Sure.
mental cleanser.
So you find a tree that has not been chopped down yet. Just kind of somewhere here in this big camp. And you try to find a spot on the side of the tree where there are less people, right? Less chance of someone kind of seeing you or even wondering what you're doing. And I guess it's a saving throw here for some random Nehilari. He rolls an 8.
That should succeed.
Okay. So you scry on... Well, I guess you could probably even just scry on Fort Gatton if you wanted to. Right on the outside, and then you would see several of them.
Yeah.
I don't think a location has a saving throw.
I don't think so. In the scry spell.
I mean, I guess unless it's sentient, it wouldn't.
If it was a location or something, I think that might be on you for like familiarity with the location.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I would say that probably makes more sense for a location. In this case, I'm just gonna give that to you this time because I rolled an 8 and
Right.
we're kind of thinking of this now. But yeah, so you can scry out over
Yeah.
the fields of Nehilari that are outside of Fort Gatton. And they look kind of exactly the way they did when you left, except now you have more sunlight to see them. Their faces are stuck in scenes of horror or anguish. And there are several mouths and eyes all over their bodies. In random spots, too. These things don't look the same. Some of them are even missing arms and legs. Perhaps they've been stomped, eaten, who knows. But they still move around. And it's just a mass of this movement. It's almost like watching water roil around. There's just no organization here at all.
Can I do an insight check on them?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because it would be... These are things not of your world. Furthermore, you've never seen them other than these instances. So there's really no way to read them yet.
Okay. Can I guess I'll try check thoughts on them.
Okay. Is this a saving throw, or does it go through?
Yes, they would have a saving throw. But the spell save DC is 17.
Okay. Well, one of the random Nehilari in this crowd that you target rolls a 14.
Hmm.
Now, I have your book, or I have my book here from the beginning of the campaign. And there is a very specific stat when you got to Pandesia that I had you roll for.
Hmm.
Do you remember what that is?
Is it the sanity stat?
Yeah, it's the sanity stat.
have
Your
to-
sanity... I have it recorded in here somewhere. Okay. Let me find it. Not in this book. It might be in the other notebook. I do have it recorded. I do remember writing down all of your guys' sanity scores, because we needed them not just for that area, but for instances like this.
I had a sanity of 14.
Did you know? Huh, well, I have zero idea where that note is. I could have swore I wrote it down. In fact, I'm sure I wrote it down. I just don't remember where in this book it is. Okay, so you had a 14. So, that's a +2. So give me a sanity check.
A 4.
Okay. The moment you begin to try and peer into this creature's mind, there are flashing images of torment, horror, a black abyss that roils around you like a sea. and there is a constant screaming of 1,000 voices echoing in your head and all around you. I need a Constitution saving throw now.
Uh, 25.
Okay. Suddenly your vision snaps back into your own head through your own eye sockets as you toss the orb into the grass in front of you. And inside it is a roiling black sea. Until it slowly begins to fade back into that nice blue mist that roils around.
I'm gonna disconnect the detect dots.
Oh yeah, that's gone. Yeah, that Constitution save was to have you stop. That's like a forced stop. You do not suffer any maladies, thankfully, because of your Constitution save. As of the moment, you seem fine.
Mara's gonna stop scrying over the location, and then take the next 5 minutes or so to meditate and clear her mind.
Okay. Roll a religion check here. Just as you meditate, maybe even pray.
9.
You can even feel your thoughts. Your thoughts are a little flustered. If anything has been tampered with, it's the movement of your mind. You feel internally sluggish. I hate to make this reference, but it's the only one I can think of. And it's okay because my nephew is autistic. But if you've met someone who has kind of what I would say a severe case of autism that affects them verbally, you might hear them repeat themselves over and over and over again. You're kind of doing that in your head. That same kind of motion. Now again, I'm not connecting these two things. It's just the only example I have at the moment where maybe you can kind of understand that your mind is a little affected right now. Even praying is tough. You can't quite seem to form a sentence. It's almost like a stutter, even. Like a mental stutter. That might be a better way to describe it.
Okay. She's gonna try. It's gonna take her a second to collect her thoughts, but she's maybe she's just gonna walk around the camp for a little bit and just try and do anything at this point to kind of find focus before she tries scrying again.
So you find a different spot. Maybe this one's on the edge of the camp. You find a nice quiet space. And you sit down with the orb in hand. And having cleared your thoughts as much as you can, You begin to peer through the orb. What are you trying to scry on now?
She's gonna try and scribe on the Elithrian refugees, or the group of people who are moving toward us.
Okay, so you have a vague, like a very vague idea of where they are, right? Only through Neil's words do you kind of know where they are.
Yeah.
So this might be, since this is a location, I would say you have to make the roll.
Well, they would have a +5 to their save modifier.
Oh.
Or am I doing the location? Or am I trying to? Because I'm trying to like find them. They would have to roll they would roll a Wisdom saving throw with +5.
I think that's if you target someone specifically, right? Like a whole like location can't make a wisdom save. That's why I'm thinking that this roll is actually more on you, and you're looking at like those negatives that are down there for you, because you really only just have like a generalized location, or yeah, like a generalized direction, even.
Gotcha.
So it's like you making a save with -5?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Because now that you say that aloud, it doesn't sound right, does it? I don't know. I think that's the only way I can think of doing it, though.
Okay.
It would be like you making a save with -5.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just
So
have to.
Let's go with that then.
I roll a 6.
Now here's the dumb question that we get to ask ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a take 20 moment? Because you could just sit here and try to scry over and over and over again. Like now, okay, you've ended up in some random field, probably even nowhere close to where they are, right? But what's stopping you from trying again?
Not much.
Nothing really, not unless
Just
they get
re-rolling
pulled
up.
away.
The only thing would really be time, because I think it takes 10 minutes to cast scrying. If I'm correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, even in just 1 hour, right? That's 6 chances. So I mean, give me 5 more, I guess. We'll do this for an hour.
2 10s, a 4, a 7, an 11. I'm scanning.
Yeah, it's
over.
pretty tough. I would say that after an hour, you wouldn't find them. But again, I really don't know what's stopping you from doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from someone pulling you away, which...
I think we might
Okay.
go look for her after a little bit, because
That's what I'm rolling for right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Is if people were paying attention and saw where Samara went. Because she's on the edge of town, or the edge of the camp right now, sitting off in, like, next to a tree somewhere.
Yeah, unless
So-
she
Oh, yeah.
like leaned
No,
back
I'm
in
not-
to be
I'm
like,
not-
"Hey, I'm going this way."
Right,
No.
which she didn't. So...
Because she would have been in a mental fog, so she was like just kind of wandering around.
Okay, so I'm going to make this a take 20 moment. However, it does result in the rest of the party being like, where the heck is Samara? She's not outside the tent. And then there's going to be people that go out looking for you. And yeah, it's going to turn into a whole thing. But after a numerous amount of attempts, Samara gets frustrated and scries one last time. And as the fog clears and 10 minutes pass, your vision from this scrying sensor will open up from a top-down view overlooking a smoldering wooden fortress. There used to be an entire camp here. That much you can even see from the ground. But the large wooden construction that was once here, that encased the camp, has been set aflame.
Oh.
And as it roils on, setting the grass and everything on fire, a long line of armored soldiers carrying packs and shields and weapons. They fan out in a 3-man line, and they march. And there has to be hundreds. And you recognize the armor immediately, this being of Elithria. Again, picture the Roman legions. This is what Elithria is based on, is Rome.
I'm going to... Does there seem...
Where on the line do you want to look? There's a long line of men here.
I think I'm going to... Is there any officers nearby that I can talk to? That are like around.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, that's just a straight 11.
Okay. Roll this real quick then. Because you have a fair chance. It's over 10. So... more, okay. Marching at the head of the column is a very familiar looking man. This person that is leading this army is none other than the descendant of Saint Neal Gatton himself. And his underlings, right, his other commanders, are spread out all the way down the line, shouting out commands or orders or different things at random. The men look weary, but they're disciplined enough to continue marching. There are no pack animals to help haul anything. There's no baggage train, there's no supply caravan. This army is hauling what it can. And even among the crowd, you can see that there are some men who do not have their full sets of armor. Many men have ditched their pauldrons. Or the lower leg guards.
I think I'm gonna try to create a mental link between me and General Gatton.
Okay. This would be a wisdom save on his part, then. Ooh. 19.
19, ooh. That does beat the spell save.
His skull will be an iron dome.
I'm going to
I would say
try.
that after, if they do succeed, I don't know if this is written
Mhm.
in, but if they do succeed this, they're immune to that effect for 24 hours.
Gotcha. Then I'll speak. Can I see one of his like attendant officers then?
Yeah, you would see his like main general. He wouldn't be far behind him. This would be like, in many cultures, his, lieutenant, his Mark Antony, right?
Mhm.
This is who that is, and
I'll try.
he's chatting with somebody else as he walks along the side of the line about some woman he met in a brothel that he just adored.
Mhm. I'll try. I'll try and cast detect thoughts on him.
Oh my gosh! He rolls a 19.
Damn. Okay. I'll try and just. Then I guess I'll just try and talk to him regularly then, or does or I.
I think you have to be able to read his thoughts in order
Fair
to
enough.
send your thoughts,
Hmm.
right?
I'll search for another officer.
Golly.
We're
Okay.
we're rolling through the list here.
me
There's a
see.
whole army to get through. They're slowly passing by my like scrying sensor. Like, all right, this guy, come on.
Yeah, give me big money,
One of
big
you is
money.
gonna have a weak enough mind. All right.
Okay, this what I guess at this point would be an unnamed Conturian. His mind, he is daydreaming. He rolls a natural 2. So he is like marching, but he's so weary, and he's just kind of like thinking about earlier days, right? In his head, he's sitting there thinking like, oh, my feet hurt. This is the time where I really miss a horse. Can't believe mine tried to bite me.
Alway, soldier of Elithria.
He stops. All the other troops like keep marching, and he just kind of stops and like looks up. Is that you, Buktia? The divine. She speaks to me. Yes, I am here.
Alas, soldier, I am not your goddess. But
Some
I do
witch
have questions.
in my head?
No. I am a servant of the gods. You are marching south, away from your home. What drives you in this crisis?
Many were slaughtered. The women, the children, the old, the young, butchered by monsters. We marched south to the walls of Fort Gatton, where we are sure to receive protection. The great saint is not going to deny his own blood and his men.
No, of course not. But I must ask, the monsters, were they foul abominations? Did they appear through terrors and reality?
Yes, many went mad upon seeing them. The very design is wretched, and I dare not wish to look upon them again But I do not think that be possible anymore. Agent of the gods, what is happening to our world? He drops to his knees and, puts his hands together.
Child of Elithria, the world is in great crisis. The gods once defeated a horrible monster, and with the defeat of that monster, created everything. Fortunately, that monster was not quite content, not defeated thoroughly, not completely. Now
And
it
tell
seeks
me,
to rend
Whisperer of the
his soul.
Winds. He kind of holds his hands up, and he's like, the voice of the Whisperer of the Winds, tell me, will we be accepted at the fort? Will we rest and eat?
Fort Gatton is under the same crisis that afflicts Elithria. It holds, still stands, it can still be a beacon of safety in this nightmare. Right now, many are fleeing towards Fort Gatton in search of safety. It is up to you, child of Elithria. Help make it so.
He drops his pack to the ground and begins to run as fast as he can in his armor. As he goes running. And he says, "Halt! Halt the line!" He begins to shout, and many of the men just turn and look at him as he passes. Regatus! Hold the line! The lieutenant turns and he goes, "Have you gone mad?" And General Gatton turns around and steps out of his line and begins to shout, "What is the meaning of this?" among his lines. And as the groups come together, he says, "Consul, I have heard the whisper of the winds, an agent of the gods. She speaks to me in my head and tells me that the fortress of Saint Gatton is under siege, but it holds." And Gatton's lieutenant just kind of puts a smirk on his face and turns and looks at his general and he goes, "Oh, the whisper of the winds told him. Good. I think you've gone mad from hunger, man." And begins to shout at him, "Get back in line! Who asked you?" And the general stops and he goes, "Who is this whisper of the winds?" His lieutenant kind of leans back a little bit and is on his heels, like... And this unnamed Centurion steps forward and he says, "The voice, it tells me that the entire fortress is under siege. There are surely men, women, and children there that are defenseless. Many have the same idea we do. Many. And they're all going there. But it's dangerous." And General Gatton kind of smiles and he says, "Well, it's a good thing we are too, son. We will not stop the march."
Can you... you tell him to open to... Thank you, child. Even if they may not believe you, right now in this moment completely, it will be important for them to know the idea in their head. what is to come. They must be ready for the possibility of conflict.
He begins to repeat every word you say.
Now is a time of utter calamity. It must be. Safety is not given. It must be fought for in this moment. It must be made safe. There's no guarantee of it. Demons have already been weakened at Gatton. Gatton right now marshals his forces, as well as trying to work with other refugees as they seek safety. With all of the forces combined, we can throw the demons back from the walls of Gatton. I'll end my little message there.
Okay. The general looks to his lieutenant and he says, "Well, you heard him. The voice. Let's get this line moving. Now!" And his lieutenant begins to run down the line. "All right, everyone!" And bugles begin to play, and the army will begin to march. And this unnamed Conturian is welcomed at General Gatton's side, should the voice return.
Starts prank calling him.
It'll be easier this time. Hey, buddy!
Hey!
What's up? You guys know how to make pizza, right?
I need you to relay another message again.
got any cooks over there?
You got any nice wares or anything?
We're gonna need some good merchants, some good business deals.
They got any good jelly or anything?
How do you guys feel about peach jam? Now look, I'm not saying. All I'm saying is you guys gotta be a little okay with dwarves, all right? We're gonna make this all work out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like to think that they're close enough that they're gonna come up on the dwarf camp while we're still here and be like, "What the fuck are all these dwarves about? No one mentioned this."
Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that they're dwarven refugees. Yeah.
I mean, you can't even you can't telepath them again if you scry over there right now, can't you?
I could probably telepath.
Let's just see how this plays out.
Yeah. I could probably telepath the
though,
Kenturian. I couldn't telepath
the other ones, yeah. I mean, technically, Gorgon had talked to and met with
ambassador
General Gatton and was the ambassador. So I mean, they know him, and obviously they know Saint Gatton.
She knows Gatton, because then they'd have like a pre-relationship.
Okay, we're discussing these things when Samara's not technically with the party, though.
That's true. All right,
so that's
Samara.
Yeah.
Samara, where are you?
Samara's on a brain fog. She's not going to remember that right now at the moment.
That's fair.
She just has the thought of the demons over and over again.
All right, start ringing the bell. We have to find Samara.
Samara's going to start stumbling back to the camp, though she's not quite sure.
Okay.
She's not going to take the most efficient route back to camp.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that even though you got to take 20 moment, and it perfectly makes sense, there's also some other things that make sense where I'm going to stick you with 3rd level exhaustion for this day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even your mental image is like you stumbling back into town, and I think that that's perfect, right? So I'm going to stick a 3rd level exhaustion on you, and eventually Samara will be carried after she passes out. Will be carried up to the circle of stones, where the rest of the party will be notified that Samara's been found. And you all will rush back where you're directed by some other dwarves what tent Samara's been put in. Turns out it's Melrig's. Or not Melrig, Gorgon's. And Gorgon is standing outside of his tent talking with a couple of other dwarves. And as you guys go inside, you can see that Neil is the only one in here, and he is just kind of sitting with Samara at the moment. And Samara's kind of sweaty. Not like fever sweats, but she's sweaty.
Samara, what happened to you out there? We looked for you, we couldn't
She's
find
out.
you.
She's out.
Oh, she is out.
She's out.
She responds with a bit of a honk and a bit of a shoo.
She's out.
Well,
Neil says, some of the other dwarves in the camp found her. They brought her here.
She didn't look like that when she left.
Well,
no.
I've seen this before. This is exactly what Cain looked like when he taxed his mind using this thing. And sitting next to her, very, very closely, almost on the pillow, is the Orbuculum.
I held it for but a brief moment, and it was almost too much to comprehend. Seems that there is some kind of cost to it.
Yes. Oh, yes. And he kind of like dabs Samara's head with a wet rag.
I feel as though I've thought about it while we were looking for her. We're all going to need some rest, or we'll all end up looking like that. Actual rest, not more of just, as much as it has been appreciated, more of that magical healing. I'm starting to feel odd.
Yes. It has been a long night. Well, we have to learn what Samara has learned. And I'm afeared that the dwarves will want to move camp soon.
Well, I don't really know. I mean, we can't wake her. I mean,
We may
Maybe.
have to ask for more time here.
either that or if they have a wagon or something. Oh, well, wouldn't have a wagon.
I believe this may fall on you, Melrig. Look, I know dwarves. It'd be best coming from someone of his own kind.
Yeah, I've dealt with some of the wandering dwarfs before back in my village that came from Doral. And they still
Trust
seem
you.
just as... Trust is a rare commodity with dwarves on the surface, so I would appreciate it if at least you were there, and whenever I ask him for more time, because I feel it's going to just not be him that we have to ask.
He kind of gives you a smile and, like, stands up and he goes, "Sure! I don't mind holding your hand. Come on now." And he...
Gatton, you're so
Yeah,
lucky. You're so much taller.
No need to be nasty now. Let's just go have a chit-chat, and I'll be right here with you.
I hate you so much.
And he will step out of the tent with you, where you guys will go and speak with Gorgon. Vimok, you're just kind of left here in the tent with Samara.
Yeah. Before they go, I'll grab the prophecy and say, Melrig, I don't know if it'll help. I don't know if dwarves pay attention to anything like prophecy, but maybe talk to them about that.
Yeah, I mean, some do. I don't. Again, I don't know about the dwarves that come from mountains, but it wouldn't hurt, especially with Mr. Catcher over here to be there.
Well, they should know at least. You are one of the 3 pillars. A dwarf.
That would give them a little semblance of comfort, at least that one of the dwarves are a part of it.
I'll stay here with Samara as she wakes.
That would probably be best. Who knows? In case she wakes up. I doubt it, but just in case. I would just have like the giant scroll in my hands and then like the transcript just like balancing on top.
Yeah, you've kind of got them like, because they're in cases, right? So you've kind of got them like under your arm. So you're walking with these large tubes. Tubes.
Get out of my way.
Big
I have the
tubes.
tubes.
So you guys come out of the tent, and
Just need some glass.
Melrig, or Gorgon is standing with some other dwarves, and he sees you guys coming, and he kind of looks over their shoulder, and the other 2 dwarves kind of turn around, notice you guys coming as well, and they don't leave. They just kind of stand with Gorgon, turn and face you.
Well,
And he says, Gorgon says, is she going to be alright?
for the most part, she should be. She's just... That orb that she's carrying is a very powerful relic, and it's taxing on the mind if used too much. And it's for that reason. I know before she disappeared, she was mentioning that she wanted to do what she did earlier to you, Gorgon, to scry to see the potentially find who were moving this way, and talk to them. Until she wakes, we won't know what she saw and who they are. And until she wakes, we don't know what she saw. We don't know if we should be prepared or not. Which is why I am here to ask that we remain at camp until she awakes.
Make a charisma check.
Oh god.
Persuasion. Yeah, it's going to be a persuasion check.
That'll be a flat 17.
Okay.
Gorgon says, I'm not going to lie. This incident has left several of my people a bit shaken. And from what I hear, they're exhausted and they're hungry. And I cannot provide them with a lot of food. But I heard you can.
I can, yes. I can...
So, in exchange, you and her, when she awakes and is healthy, will provide us food until we make it there. Our haste is due to starvation, not fear.
I expect nonetheless from my fellow brethren.
Deal.
We have a deal.
Okay, he will step forward to shake. Actually, no, that's a human gesture.
It's like a pound. It's like a well. I don't know.
Maybe the dwarves do pound it. You know, maybe that's their handshake.
It's more of like I don't. It's not a hand to hand. It's like a hand to like forearm thing. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'd be kind of like that, like that old school kind of handshake that you see some fantasy shows do, but then they just kind of drop it later on. Yeah, maybe that one could be for the dwarves. So you will clasp forearms, and he says we'll organize a space. We want things orderly, and there will be several people that have been more well-fed than others that'll stand by and ensure safety.
That would be appreciated. Now, I know when we first arrived you mentioned that it's you and then the 7 other commanders here. These, I'm going to like pull out the case. This is something that we mentioned to you back in your keep. Just so you all know what's going on.
He steps forward and looks at the case again. He goes, I remember, yes. The prophecy, the places you're going, I remember, yes. And
yeah,
I may come off as a bit brash sometimes, but you have to understand that I'm now looking after 6,000 souls. And yes, I've always wanted the kingdom, yes, but then one fell in my lap. And I'm not exactly a genius. I don't know, like, exactly what to do right away. So, look, what I'm trying to say is thank you. Okay?
You're welcome. Trust me, my brother was just like you. He was the more brash of us. He was the blacksmith and more of the warrior type. And I was more of the more fighty religious type.
The stone doesn't fall far.
No. But with everything that's happening, I mean, we started in Mistcliff and have gone to Pandacia and back this way. At Lythria, we saw the meteors falling on the capital. And we interacted with Leviticus. Actually don't know how he's doing right now. That's a question for later.
I would like to know. I haven't received any messages or... That's who I'm used to entering my head at unwanted hours, by the way.
Yeah. It's
Can't even have myself a good clean these days.
No.
But he is the voice that has been silent, and that is concerning.
When we last saw him, he's standing, was getting a little shaky due to the rains, and the kingdom he was serving was wanting him to figure out a way to stop that. And I don't know if the solution that caused the stoppage of the rain.
He's changed then quite a bit. See, the Leviticus I know would have just left. He would have just said, this has gotten a little bit too much, and, I'm getting kind of bored, and he would have just kind of left. He must really have some stones there now.
He was the court wizard for them, and there was someone they kept in the dungeon there. The Leviticus I feel was more of the reason he was there was to make sure that that individual was kept there and wasn't allowed to be released, and was more of a safeguard for it.
You've lost me, lad. I have zero idea what you're talking about. But, I mean, whatever it may be, he's just been quiet and...
Oh, well, when Samara awakes and is rested, we can see if Samara can get in contact with him. Make sure he's okay.
Oh, hey, yes, put the shoe on the other foot. I've heard that somewhere. Yes, let's do that one. And he...
Yes.
I think at this point he's going to continue to make small talk with you and probably try to lead you to an area where you can start making food. Well, he'll give you a minute to go back and talk to people, and Neil is right there too, so he doesn't chime in at all. He's just kind of there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, while we're
He
talking...
might kind of chuckle every now and again, let out a little chuckle, but...
I'll mention to him, I will say though, this is the first time I've seen dwarven plate in such quantities. I've only ever seen one set in my life.
Oh, you've never seen one?
Well, I've seen part of one. It was over the years since the founding of my village, it was one that my several great-grandfathers had when he left Doral. And over the years, it's been whittled down to nothing but a chest piece and a helmet.
A friend, I'm gonna go take you to see Corfin.
Ooh. I'm excited to see it.
He kind of throws his, arm over your shoulders, and he says, I'll tell you, several dwarves have died on this trip. Sadly, nothing I can do about that. But
Yes.
what they dropped was their armor.
Ooh.
And Corfin is the quartermaster. Him and a bunch of other baggage people that help him out, but we pick it up. No use leaving it down. So,
No.
Let's go see Corfin. And he will, again, give you a couple of minutes, though, to go talk to the rest of your allies, but, because he's going to round some things out with a few of his people about feeding. So you guys will part ways happily. Sure to meet up again here in mere moments.
Then, I guess, while he's doing that, I'll just kind of look around and be like, does anyone have some, empty barrels and things that I can store this food and water in?
That's something that you can have arranged whenever you get there. Getting,
Yeah.
barrels or things to store them in, you're not going to have any trouble with that.
Because as soon as that's done, I can create the food and the water.
Yeah, all of that stuff will be provided. But first, okay, so let's say you go and tell Vimok
Yes.
that more time has been secured, right?
Yes.
And the first thing that happens is Neil will look to you and he will say, you were having a moment. I didn't want to interrupt you. But I wanted to tell you that I'm going to help. I too can make food and water.
That would be appreciated. It's lessen the strain.
So, Hawk is informed you and Neil will leave with Gorgon. And you guys are going to go feed the population of people. Neil can definitely do this far more than you can.
I got 3 in me and then I'm done.
Yeah, so you're able to do it 3 times. Neil's able to do it double, like 6.
Listen, he has the age on him.
But after this, you guys will be pretty tired, right? You guys will need to rest. I think Vimok probably... What? What do you think? Do you think Vimok passes out in his chair next to Samara, or do you think he actually just, like, lays down somewhere?
He probably
Well, actually,
is
the
slumped over.
chair... The chair would be made for a dwarf, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a center beam in the middle of the tent or something. He's probably propped up on the floor against that.
Okay. That's fair.
He probably falls asleep there, honestly.
Okay. So...
Yeah, because I already had an exhaustion, first level exhaustion still, so...
Yeah, okay. Alright. So the party is becoming exceptionally weary. So, and Gorgon notices this. He says that he will go to Corfin on your behalf. And try to
Appreciate it.
secure you some better armor, because what you're wearing, frankly, is an insult to your kind.
Yes.
So he says he will go and do this on your behalf. And he will have a couple of dwarves escort you up to his tent, which is now becoming your guys' tent, basically, at this point. Gorgon can have another tent put up. And I think for probably the first time in a while, these dwarves are not worried about rationing every bit of food they have. They eat to their heart's content. Because this is quite a lot of food, I think.
Well, I made by myself 45 pounds of food each for each spell, so be 135.
Yeah, well, I guess it wouldn't quite be like that then. This is probably like a whole barrel of bread, right? And this bread is broken up and handed out, and it's enough to keep people going. It's not like a full meal, but it's enough to keep people going. And there may even still be some people who don't get food, because there are just that many mouths to feed.
Yeah. Listen, when Samara wakes up, there will be more. Actually, no, it can't, because I don't think she can use that spell.
Well,
anymore.
and there's a thing, and I'll make a comment here about this campaign. There are moments that will be written in the histories, like the Nefinian histories, about this time that are just simply not happening because they're not game worthy. For example, I'm thinking of an entire field that comes alive with rabbits.
Oh,
yeah.
funny.
And these rabbits become like an actual danger as you're traversing the fields, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's still wildlife and stuff out there. But if I throw, like, here's 10 cougars, it's like, really, is this a fight? Like, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Get the 3,600 dwarven army.
Yeah, and so that's what makes it, it's what makes it hard to do anything like that. I mean, in the histories, there will probably be dwarves that had to patrol the area, maybe even put up small fortifications every single campsite in order to fend off the ravenous wild animals that are out in the fields. Camps will look an entirely different way, right? There's a set structure and design to protect on all sides against animals, of all things. I guess use that to picture to the best of your ability, like what these camps would look like. But, in the histories, this was a real danger. In gameplay, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So, I guess just keep that in mind. I don't know where I was going with that, but... Oh yeah, it was just because I got excited, because I was like, oh yeah, there would be animals, and I was thinking about this, and I wanted to share it. That was simply it.
I just like the idea that there's just like 200 rabbits out there that are like patrolling and just waiting for a group of people to come across.
Oh, they'd be waiting for like, 1 or 2 dwarves that have wandered off on their own, right?
They're pack hunting.
Wait, no. And they get like drawn off.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But we're gonna say everybody gets a rest.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say everybody levels up now. It's been a while since we've leveled. This is a pretty good
Huzzah.
milestone.
Yay.
I would say this is a good milestone. You guys have accomplished quite a lot since we last leveled.
Yay, we're level 8 now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we're gonna skip 24 hours here, right? You guys just pass out from exhaustion. Samara doesn't quite wake up. Everybody's agreed to stay. But when you wake, I think Neil will wake Melrig first and tell him that it's time to go provide food again. This time, those who did not get food yesterday are being brought up to the front.
That's fair.
Which is still a lot of people, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Again, there may still be some that do not get fed. This is always a possibility. And I think it's when you guys return. That is when Samara and Vimok will wake. So it's like 10 a.m.
That was a much needed rest.
Samara's gonna wake up and just start screaming.
What?
Unending
Okay.
nightmares! Unending torment!
What?
What? I just had
Are
the
you-
worst dream.
Are you sure it was a dream?
No, no.
Are you okay? You
Probably
were
not.
screaming.
Yeah, yes, sorry, the lingering effects from the, looking into the minds of the demons. Not a pretty sight.
Well,
Neil gets kind of stiff, and he goes, I thought I told you that that was a bad idea.
You were correct.
Well, you three have much to talk about, and he will step out of the tent. Clearly a bit frustrated.
Look. Important news. The people marching on us, the refugees, they are the remnants. It's a massive, well, it is an army of Elithrians marching down here, headed by Neal Gatton's descendant,
Oh,
Yeah.
Consul Gatton.
Oh, we never. Yeah, I forgot. We tested. We read that scripture that he is the actual descendant. Yeah.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, you guys still have it.
Oh yeah, we took it
Yeah.
because that was whenever the stuff started falling. Yeah,
We have his birth certificate.
we do have his birth certificate.
I wonder if
Should we
Neil
tell
knows.
Neil? Yeah, should we tell Neil?
Probably.
Can I? I'll just go like peek out the tent to see if I could see him.
Yeah, he's joyfully talking to a couple of dwarven guards that look both in awe and also slightly uneasy about his presence.
That's fair. Hey Neil, we got some news.
He turns and starts walking to you and says, "If you keep talking to me like that, I'm not gonna come by anymore." And he will enter the tent. What? What is it?
Well,
End of the
couple
world, and I have
things.
to put up with this shit.
Yes. So, one, congrats, you're a grandfather.
I know.
Well,
Ha! I knew
your
it.
grandson
You know.
is heading this way with a group of Elithrian soldiers. That's the smoke that you saw.
Oh, I see my resilience carries on. He smiles.
Yeah. He was also wise. He was not too quick to dismiss his soldier when his soldier brought news of our fort.
Oh,
They were quick to
this
dismiss
is-
communications, but he was not.
This is good. I'm pleased. Now, where does he march to?
Well, you're
He is
fort.
marked.
I think. I would assume.
Not a whole lot
We've-
of other places to go around here.
I was gonna say I don't know where else you'd go.
This is gonna be a bit strange. We've never met. Nor have I met many of my other descendants either. In fact, I've met none of them.
Well, you get to meet one now.
Why haven't you met any of them?
Well, it's not like I didn't care, I have an entire fortress of paladins to lead. There are several different, let's call them, divine callings that I answer to. Many of them require a deep state of meditation, sometimes for 100 years. I'm practically a vegetable!
Well,
Just saying. It's not like I don't
I've-
care.
I've never seen a carrot do the things you did on that battlefield.
I was gonna say I don't know if I've seen a vegetable do that.
No, I mean in the stick. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It's just a saying.
Regardless,
Is it?
Saint Gatton, your grandson is marching with the remnants. I assume to be the remnants of the Elithrian Republican military that was around in the capital at the time. And he marches south to us in hopes of seeking safety. But he has been informed that we are under siege. But it is also important to note that they are fleeing. It wasn't just a meteor that hit the capital. They were also being invaded by similar demons. This issue is widespread.
So
I don't
Lithria
think
is
there's any
one.
more time to waste.
No.
No.
I think we should get this army of ours moving. Because if we don't, who knows if those other impact zones will grow.
Right. Do we wait for them to get here, or
I don't think we
or we
can.
just move it?
They're Elithrians. They'll handle themselves. My grandson is as resilient as he sounds. Him and his men will be fine. I can't guarantee the same for a bunch of people that cannot fight.
Well, your grandson certainly is a capable general and conquered 47 tribes in the north.
Oh, did he
Where all
now?
of this happened. Apparently.
Really?
I'm learning all kinds of things today.
We've never met him.
Thanks for telling me, but I think I'm going to get a word in with Gorgon.
Right.
He will kind of give you guys like cursory glances, like, "Hey, we're cool," and then he'll go try and find Gorgon.
But did you tell them about, like, did you tell them that it was under siege and everything, and where we're at?
Yes, I told them that we were under siege.
It's good.
It's looking like we
Do they
have
know
more of a
about-
chance.
Do they know about the whole, like, dwarven thing?
I mentioned that there were other refugees that we were helping at the moment. I did not necessarily specify who the refugees were.
I don't know how that one's gonna go, but it's here. So
Could always inform them. It seems Consul Gatton was kept. I couldn't necessarily communicate with Consul Gatton or his lieutenant. I was able to message like a lower officer, and I believe he is currently in his inner circle, in case we ever message them again.
well, that's good. I mean, probably wouldn't hurt to kind of just let him know
Oh,
that we're heading back towards the fort with all of these dwarves and things.
I'm sure it won't be a problem. Everyone loves the dwarves, right?
Ooh. I don't know about the Elytrians. I feel we'd need to ask Gorgon about that one.
well, we do need to also consider what our strategy will be for dealing with the demons. We have now 2 significant armies outside the castle. We also have the paladin garrison in the castle, the fort.
Like a pincer movement, probably. You attack one side, we attack the other, kind of thing.
We also have the benefit of being able to communicate almost instantaneously with the 2 armies.
It is
And
true.
well, 3 armies. We could coordinate quite well a plan. I'm sure the general might have something in mind.
I mean, we can always go ask him. I mean, he's here. We probably also need to go tell him that those are the ones that are moving this way.
Wonder if there's any similarities in formations between the dwarven military and the Elytrians.
I don't know, honestly.
Someone roll a history check.
I heard the Elytrians were using the maniple formation.
Let's see. That's a whole ass 5.
Yeah, you've got no clue. I mean, the way hill dwarves and mountain dwarves fight is probably different as well, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I'll be quite honest with you. I mean, I guess technically we're literally here with a bunch of dwarven commanders and a general, I feel we could just ask him. Especially Gorgon, I mean, if he's been on the surface this long, he might know.
Oh yeah, if anybody would know the similarities between the military formations, it'd be Gorgon, since he was a former ambassador.
Yeah, we should ask him about that. Why did he lose it?
And senator, too. He was a senator of the Republic.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions here with this.
I think Gorgon's kind of the perfect person to negotiate and coordinate between the Lithuanians and the yeah. After all, that's what his job was.
Yeah.
How many titles did this dwarf have?
Oh, well, let's see here. I
A
think
lot.
we wrote them. You wrote them down, didn't you?
You should have seen his statue.
He has a statue.
I wrote. Well, there's a statue. It's him and I think Leviticus, because it read on the sign, and then 2 others. We don't know who the 2 others are.
Yeah, we could have forgot about them.
Let me see here. I wrote them down. I just have to find my list again.
But-
It was. Let's see here. Lord Commander of the Forge, Lord of the Oak Slope Mountains, Ambassador of the people of Doral. Well, I guess former now. And also former General of the Dwarven Army. Well, I guess that one's not former because technically. Lord Krovengar of House Cryptshade. Don't know about that one. That one sounds a little weird. Former Senator of the Republic. King of the Oak Slope Mountains. General of the Oak Slope Mountains. Lord Protector of Constantinople. Or whatever. I don't remember. What was it? Dawn? I don't remember what we named that. I remember.
I think it was
Dan or something. I don't know.
we had a good name. We had a good name for it.
Yeah.
Something Dwarven.
Yeah, it was something Dwarven.
The name here is fudge.
Yeah. You know, it was a new town anyway. We were literally in the town for like 2 seconds before we went up to the fortress.
Not too long. Yeah, you know, we were also in the rain. I think it was a nasty time.
It was, yeah. We were in like a rainy keep and everything. Oh, that's what it was. Forge Hearth. That's what it was.
Good name.
Oh.
So yes, he had a lot of titles, and I have a feeling he was probably going to pick up a couple more with this old dwarven thing.
Sounds like a king's resume.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no idea what he did to deserve any of this, but you know. I feel that's another question we should probably ask him on our way when we're walking down there. Like, who are you and what did you do?
What is House Cryptshade?
That one was a little weird. The other ones I kind of was like, oh, that sounds, that's fair on most of them. But then that one came up and it was just like, what does that mean?
Sounds shady.
Yeah, what I thought. I was like, I don't know, that sounds a little... He also mentioned, and I guess this is for Samara, if you're willing to do it after the whole event with the orb yesterday. He mentioned that normally Leviticus would get in contact with him in a semi-regular basis, but he hasn't heard from him in a while.
Well, he should hear from him any day now. He was freed, right?
Well, I mean, I would assume so, but if he was, I would assume he would have came straight back here. I mean, we saw that. I mean, Samara, you remember it. I mean, you saw that wizard's tower at Fort Keep. I just have to assume that was his.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was. I believe it was Leviticus's, right? After all, he had like a teleportation circle there.
Yeah, so I mean, if he did get out, then I would have assumed he would have been here with Gorgon, leading these people here.
He was imprisoned. And he was imprisoned in Zrillishay.
Well, yeah, but didn't you convince that one guy to let him out?
Yes, but I imagine he's busy trying to keep... I mean, it's only been like a day or two.
I mean, it shouldn't have been that
he could've-
hard. Yeah, but
That's assuming he wanted to rush here immediately.
I feel like if we get time, we should maybe look into seeing if you can contact him again. I feel
Of
with
course.
someone with the power to kind of just teleport places. I don't know. I don't
We
know.
can get some time with him, you know.
No, yeah.
Some sort of FaceTime.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I think we need to tell, Gorgon and them what's going on and who those people are.
oh yes, of course. Yeah, Gorgon
Okay.
should know that there are Threans coming this way.
Okay.
There's
So we are gonna run through this
Mhm.
because we're running out of time here. You guys can inform Gorgon. Gorgon does not particularly seem worried that the army is Elithrian. In fact, he kind of jumps on the bandwagon with you guys and is like, well, perhaps we can use this. So, he really likes your idea of coordinating with them. He says to run with that. Neil also offers to coordinate by flying between positions. But if that's not necessary, he would rather stay with the refugees, particularly those that cannot fight.
I feel that would be best. I mean, Samara could probably talk to him again.
Yeah, yes. I can run a communication with the Lithrians. You don't need to worry, Saint Gatton.
Well, you're not going to be able to do that while walking.
there a cart or
And
something?
so, yeah, an old cart that was used to luggage food around, which has now, the food is gone. Since they stayed at this camp for 2 days, that food is gone. They were going to just abandon the cart, but I would say Neil, Melrig, and Gorgon, all three kind of express how important it is that you are able to sit quietly and not have to walk. And so you're being pulled along, right? But you're in this cart. It does have like a covering, and you're being pulled by two soldiers that have stripped themselves of their armor, right? It's probably in the cart with you, actually. They probably put it into sacks and left it in the cart with you. So it's kind of jangling around. It's a little annoying, but it's whatever. And they are pulling you. And you, as far as your position in the group, you are with the refugees. So Neil's not far away. Gorgon would prefer if Melrig was with him. Kind of near the front. And he would also request that Vimok be up near the front. Since you're a large, intimidating figure.
Go invisible.
I keep forgetting you have that ring. You just scared the shit out of Gorgon. You're like, ah.
I'm trying not to abuse it.
Yeah, we gave him we got a ring of invisibility back in Elithria, and we gave it to him because we thought it'd be funny.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for the right opportunity. It will be hilarious.
So, this is kind of the travel formation. And the party... Oh, I can also bring this in now, since it's a new day. And they technically would have moved forward. Yes, they would be something like right here. Pretty hot on your heels by the time you guys actually get moving. Samara, during this time, you have a moment to be able to kind of relay some information or to try and strategize. What's the strategy that you begin to propose?
I'm thinking right now the paladins are defending the walls and the demons are like just sitting outside, kind of like, or just kind of sitting outside, very docilely. We have 3,500 dwarven soldiers.
36.
3,600
Yeah.
dwarven soldiers. Do you know what the numbers are for the Elithrian soldiers?
I don't
I don't
think
think we
any
got
of
a
you
number.
guys know the numbers.
No, unless you would have asked them.
Uh,
I guess that'd be you scrying to him again and talking.
Ask him how many soldiers he has at the moment.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh, 21.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Give me just a second here.
Persuasion is super duper boosted.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I am like, charisma is like my primary stat.
Good.
I need to get better at it.
Because I have a 10.
Mine's a 19.
The Elithrian army right now stands at 4,300.
4,300.
Yep.
That's 7,900 fighting men.
And then do we know how many paladins are at the castle, the fort?
Yeah.
Turns to Neil. Hey, how many soldiers do you have?
Yeah, how many guys are in your order right now? It is also
Neil
important.
at this time has 5,700.
Shoot.
57.
So the...
Not all of them are paladins. It's important to know that some of them are clerics, some of them are just men at arms.
Yeah.
B.
Be 13,500 total fighting people
Okay.
in various capacities.
And the Holy Order the fort will also increase their capacity, their fighting capacity, since they're fighting defensively from fortifications.
Yes, and they have trebuchets.
And they have trebuchets, which is good, because we can swing into them. We can try. I was thinking. It looks like the left side's gonna have to come through this way. No, there's no way we're gonna go from the left. What we can try and do is we can have Dwarven force meet the demon force. The demon force is over like 1,200, right? 12,000.
12,000.
That's a rough count that we got, yeah.
I would say that's rough from what they were telling us.
We have our total number is slightly above the number of demons.
Yes.
We have an advantage, which is the defensive fortifications, and the demons assumably do not know about the Dwarven or the Lithuanian forces on their way.
I'd go with an assumption of no.
We
They won't say
we could coordinate an attack where paladins can begin attacking the demons, trying to goad them into attacking the forts. And while they're focused on attacking the forts, we can have the Dwarven forces engage from the right flank. From the right flank. And then when the Elithrian forces arrive, hopefully not too far behind, they can try and swing around the Dwarven forces and start trying to close off the demons around this way. And try and like encircle the demons The benefit of doing that is that we can maximize our surface area of forces and minimize their surface area. So we can use more of our force than they can use their force, and then we can also push them into the fort, which is it will be harder for them to attack. And then we can also use the trebuchets to whittle away at their forces. Issue would be that doing that would stretch our lines thinner, but we have a lot of soldiers, so I don't know if that's necessarily an issue.
That sounds like a good plan. Where
And then of
should
course, because
the three of us be?
good point. I probably shouldn't be in the fighting. I should probably be somewhere where I can help or communicate between the three sides. You two are force multipliers. It would,
I'll be with the dwarves.
yeah. It'd actually probably be best for both of you to be with the dwarves, because the dwarves are gonna have to engage first, and you guys and the demons will need to be both distracted by the paladins and by the dwarves in order to allow the Lithuanians to kind of swing around. And if you guys are wrecking shit up in there, they're gonna have to focus on that.
Saint Gatton, he's going to be staying with
The
the
refugees.
women and children.
No, he will return to the fortress when it is time to fight. He will coordinate his men.
Okay. I don't want to leave the Elithrians without one of us three. Or without Saint Gatton.
Well, I guess you can. I mean, we could always have you being dropped off. Gatton could take you.
I could.
I could also go with you as well, since I can communicate to really anybody. And I mean, as long as I'm just out of the way, I can talk to either you or Gorgon or Melrig or St. Gatton or anybody really. Oh, that'll be another important thing, is I'll need like a piece of something from you guys. It'll help with the scrying process if I can have like a direct connection.
Pluck out some beard hair. Here.
I also pluck out some beard hair and
I'm gonna need a bunch of vials of beard hair, guys. get rounding it up. It might even be helpful to have the beard hair of the officers of the different units. That way I can help and get them quick too.
Your witchery will only go so far.
Gorgon, we're
Yeah,
gonna need
fair
some
enough.
beard hair.
Fair enough. Gorgon.
I mean, I guess you can try and make a persuasion check to Gorgon.
14.
No.
Fair enough.
Sorry, you needed a 15. I'm so sorry. You're off by 1.
Damn.
Yeah,
I could
I'm so
go
sorry.
invisible
Yeah,
and just go pluck some.
Wait a second. Portent roll. Actually, I need to roll my portent roll. This is a new day. It's too late.
You're gonna use a portent roll on this?
This is very
I
important.
need the beard hair, Gorgon. This is vital.
Oh my gosh. You do need to roll your portents, though.
Gotcha. So that's like a flat roll?
Yeah, they're just 2 flat d20s, and you just record those numbers, and you can use them whenever. Hey,
13
decent.
and a 4.
13.
Not
Alright.
bad.
Yeah, that's
It's
decent.
not gonna get me over the. Oh wait.
With your persuasion, that could be a 20.
Yeah. Do I have my
Yeah.
modifier?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just replace the die.
Then I'll replace the 7.
Oh
with the
my
13.
god, no.
Gorgon is unweary about this, but he will
These beard hairs are very important.
will
they?
pluck some of his beard hair with a slight tear in his eye, and he will pass them off to the witch in front of him.
Paladin, I'm not a witch.
Promise.
No, you're acting real witchy right now.
You better record all this beard hair on your character sheet.
Alright, okay. I'm gonna create a list called beard hair.
Oh my god. And that's just code for this is a possession of somebody's that I have. Whether it be beard hair or not.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a lock of hair. They get a -10 to the save modifier.
Saint
Yeah.
Gatton, I need to ask something very important of you.
What's as a child?
In order for my communication to ease my communication, I'm going to need something of yours that. Wait, let me look. I'm gonna need something of yours that'll make the location of you easier to connect with.
There's always a loophole in these types of things. For example, he stops and picks up a rock and holds it in his hand. Do you see this rock?
I do see this rock.
Well, you can't have it. It's mine. I
Oh.
own it. It's my possession.
Ah.
He gives you a wink. But I'd be willing to sell it.
I'll give you 2 coppers.
2 coppers it is. He takes the coppers from your hands and drops the rock into yours. And then just kind of takes the copper and throws it over his shoulders.
That's a holy relic now.
Yeah. I like to think Gorgon's just like in the background fuming right now.
It's the holy rock. She doesn't see this.
This rock
Mm.
is going to be, and only Derek will get this reference. This rock is going to be the potion of Dimension Door. Watch. Wait and see.
I'm gonna hold it up to my ear like a phone.
Yes, it's just a rock. I literally found it. Just picked it up.
I know. This is a bit. Don't worry about it.
That's not a sending stone.
No,
No, you don't understand. This
What
would
does
be the
that do?
center. This would be the center of your new temple.
maybe after the battle is over. And then I will need to I can't really get a possession from the Lithuanians unless we meet up with them.
I mean, you basically convinced that one though to just answer your call whenever you wanted him to.
Yeah, but it's less the willingness and more the my ability to easily find him again.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll spend the day contacting him, and then while I'm looking at him, I'll try and like draw a picture of.
Well, I mean, for this sake of just kind of moving along this segment here, because there's not like a really good way of like role playing all of this. You have an open line of communication with the Lithuanians at this time. If you're trying to say something to him, or to specifically General Gatton, I mean, he's kept this dude right next to him. He has not moved. And he's under orders now to repeat any words that he hears, and for the last day, he has heard nothing.
I'll begin I'll begin explaining my plan, my battle plan to him, and then asking for a likeness or possession in order to make the communication easier in the future. I'll just start the battle plan.
Yeah, that can be negotiated.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, the Elithrians are fine with your plan of a pincer movement. They have not seen the battleground themselves, but you describe it to them. And, you know, he has some architects and things that carry parchment, and they begin to sketch out a rough idea of what this battlefield looks like. And General Gatton is in agreement with this plan. He's willing to commit his men to this. If indeed the fortress is under siege. He still has some doubt, right? He has no idea what's going on here, and this could be the gods, this might not be. This isn't the first time he's seen something kind of crazy. So he's willing to go with this for now, but if facts don't start adding up, then he's gonna question things. So for now, the answer is no, you can't have any of my possessions. I don't know who I'm actually speaking with.
Oh, I haven't explained that.
No, they know you as the voice in the wind. That is what everyone refers to you as.
Gotta keep that up. It's the title.
Yeah, there you go.
I do sound very Fae-like, being like, I need a little bit of your hair.
Yeah. Oh dear, give me some of your hair.
Please.
Dearums.
I'm just gonna put it in my stew.
You'll grow back, I promise.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain to Consul Gatton who I am, who the dwarven forces are, that we have like Gorgon with us, as well as the rest of like our party and like that kind of stuff.
Gatton has several moments of interjection, right, where he'll say something like he'll look over at Regulus, his right hand, and he'll be like, Gorgon? Have I met a dwarf named Gorgon before? I think I have. I think he is that senator that they had around. Senator, and he puts up quotes with his fingers. And so he'll have several moments of interjection like that. He's listening. You have his attention. As far as the story goes, though, he says, all of this may be true, it may be not. But until we lift Fort Gatton from a siege, none of the rest of this matters. There's no future to build on if we don't have a stepping stone.
I am in total agreement. We can't complete our mission without ensuring that Fort Gatton is safe.
He will explain that the only thing that him and his men require after the battle is over is food and rest behind strong walls. And so long as that can be provided, he will fight. And of course, Neil is going to agree to these terms. So, that being said, a battle plan is laid out.